So whether there is one person or nobody, we deliver that message for the world.
Right. Well, I'm going live on YouTube right now, and then I'll hit the record button.
Hey, Todd and Crystal, Todd, your
Cool.
guest came.
Awesome.
Sweet.
All right. Looks like we're live on YouTube. Just want to double check though. Let's see here.
I'm gonna refresh too and see. We still have the say screen saver compensated
Yeah.
on the endorser.
See, this is gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be a different link, I think. That's how that's gonna work.
If you have it, put it in the chat. We have Mary waiting. Nice. We're building up a crowd slowly but surely.
Cool.
Pretty sure when
Not
you
gonna work
launch.
through. Are you on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you let me know if you see any
So
comments?
far, still there. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
it's gonna work out the way that I thought. You see us live on YouTube?
No, I still see the your cover
See, that's what I'm
compensated
saying.
endorser.
So here
Yeah.
is link. Oops. I'm gonna throw this in chat real quick, and then we need to open the door.
Yeah. Oh, we lost Mary. Yeah, we lost Todd. Yeah, let's open the door before we lose more.
Well, we don't want to lose Todd.
Or
Oh,
he blipped out. He might have come back. Okay, I see us. There's a small delay. Okay.
damn it. He's the one that I wanted in here the most.
Ooh.
Let's admit.
Hi, Rita.
There's Todd.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Bear with me just a moment here. I just want to make sure that we got everything streaming where we need to be.
We are
And
good on live YouTube.
okay. Slideshow. And then last but not least, make sure I'm recording here. Where are we at? Where are we at? More. Really? I can't. Okay, hold on. I got to stop share before I record. How funny is that? What's happening, Todd and Crystal? Richard, Mary, hello, hello. Appreciate y'all being here. Give me 1 second here. Oh, there it is. Record. In three, two, one. Mark. Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Robert Blakely. I want to first off thank you for taking your time out of your busy schedule today. I know that you probably got a million and one different things that you could be doing today. So again, thanks for popping in. I've got some information and some slides that I'm going to share with you today, and I trust that you'll find some value out of it. In essence, what I'm doing here today is teaching people, especially those in the network marketing profession, how to simplify their world when it comes to creating sales, right? So we're going to talk about how to become what I like to call myself a compensated endorser. This is a free live broadcast. We're broadcasting on YouTube. If you care to join us and you're seeing us live on YouTube, you can join us right here in the Zoom room by going to live.thelosttransition.com. So let's get started because I want to make sure that we get the best out of our time here together. So first off, before we get started, it is going to be a little interactive, but in the chat. So if you guys would do me a favor, just chime in down below, say hello, let us know where you're tuning in from. That would be a little helpful as well. So hi, Rita. Rita from Florida. Good to see you. Todd, where are you guys coming in from? Hey, Richard. Clarksville, Tennessee. Good to see you, brother. Appreciate you popping in today. Ivory Coast. Thanks, Virgil. Appreciate you popping in. Appreciate your help today. Virgil's going to be my co-host.
So
All right,
everybody, up later.
there you go. Southern Pennsylvania. Hi, Mary. Minnesota in the house. Cool. Appreciate you guys chiming in there. So it is going to be a little interactive, as I mentioned. So we can do this really fast or really slow, but I am going to make you kind of chime in a little bit. Okay. So bear with me at least. Right, so let's get real for a second. How many of you think that I'm here to sell you something today? Raise your hand or say yes down in the comments if you don't want to show your face. I want to just kind of let everybody know here that the time together is completely free, right? But for those that are expecting to be sold, I'm not going to let you down. Okay, just to let you know that right up front. While you're here, there's one thing that I do really well as a compensated endorser, and also I consider myself a sales psychology coach, is I teach people how to share what they already use and get paid for it. So there's a kind of this, I don't know, a thought process, if you will, that I ran across many years when I was just a wee young lad, right? And I'll tell you how I came about this. I was watching television. Yeah, watching television. And what ended up happening is there was a quarterback that broke his leg. I think his name was Joe Namath or something like that. And he came out on a commercial and he was promoting a product. And underneath his name, instead of it saying all pro time quarterback, it said compensated endorser. So I'm here to introduce you to this idea of what a compensated endorser really is. From that, I went into doing tons of door-to-door sales. I've done sales all my life, coached, taught many people, been responsible for millions of dollars for the companies that we worked for. And, it really comes down to understanding the simple concept. And when you understand it, it makes it a lot easier to sell as well. So we're going to do a little bit of teaching involved in here as well. And I trust that you guys will take notes and, be a part of this and have that interactivity going on. But I like to put it kind of like this because it's the easiest way to do it. And feel free to use this information to your advantage, right? And it makes the conversation very easy to speak to somebody else when you're talking to them about becoming compensated endorser and they look at you, they're like, what is that? So I like to say this. I say, well, have you ever gone to a movie or a restaurant, right? And you could comment down below and you really like that restaurant or that movie. And then you went out and you told a friend about it, right? How many of you have done that? Everybody should be putting a yes in the chat area right now or raising their hand if you're not on video or if you're on video. Yes, right? We've all done it. But did you get paid for that? No, you didn't, right? So when we look at like network marketing, affiliate marketing, MLM, realistically, it's teaching somebody how to become a compensated endorser. So there's this model that I've been following and teaching for some time now. And this is a system. It's super simple. You share and you earn instead of you sharing and not earning, right? Kind of a better of both worlds, if you will. So it starts off with you. You share whatever the product is that people need, people join, and guess what? You earn. It's an interesting concept. Way better than a 9 to 5, I would say, right? You can agree or disagree down in the chat. But here's something that I picked up throughout this process. I had some millionaire mentoring, and I know a few millionaires. And, I, when I met one of my millionaire friends, his name is Joel, he's a multimillionaire. He's made over 300 million. I knew he could teach me something about business and also success. How many of you agree with me that a millionaire could teach you something about business and success? I'd say yes in the chat area there. I mean, you guys feel me what I'm saying? Like, I mean, if I want to learn, I want to learn from someone who's done it, right? Just like people come to me and learn sales psychology because I've done it. So that's why I decided that I wanted to, share what I've learned with people ultimately that are coachable and ready, because that's really what it comes down to. Although this is a timing thing for people, people have to be coachable. If they're not coachable, they're never going to get anywhere, right? And most of all, they have to be ready. So that's what we're going to talk about. And again, I need your interaction on this because I want to be very clear in what I'm trying to share with you today. In order for you to accomplish whatever it is that you have or want to accomplish, you have to have some type of vision. The reason that 98% of marketers fail when they come into this industry is because, A, number one, they don't have the right mindset. B, they don't even have a vision or a real goal. I, when I talk to people many times, they say, Robert, I just want to be happy. I say, well, what does happiness entail, right? They say, I don't know. Right? So if you don't have a vision, you really aren't, you don't have anything that you're shooting for, right? So I want you, if you would, indulge me, if you would, what's your big vision, right? What is it that you're working for? Are you trying to get a new house? Is it a new car? Is it more time freedom? Just drop it in the chat if you would for just a moment, because I want to find out, what we're working with here. What is your vision? Those of you that are here, Mary, Richard, Todd. I know Todd and Crystal, you guys are killing it right now. Pay off debt and travel, Mary says. Absolutely. I'm working towards paying off all my debt too. I'm not even so much into traveling because I've done a lot of traveling, but man, by all means, pay off debt and travel is two of the biggest ones that are out there, right? How about you, Richard or Todd? I know you guys are doing well. Virgil says freedom for me is full control. What I want to do, what I want to do, where I want to be. Exactly, brother. Yeah, we're going to get to that slide here shortly, right? But it's important. The reason that I'm asking this is that we all have some type of vision, right? And then the next question that I would ask is, how much would change your life? How much would change your life? Like, is it 5,000 a month that you want? Is it 10,000 a month that you're looking for? Share that down in the chat because look, it's not that people don't make unrealistic goals, even though they don't make unrealistic goals, right? But it's understanding how to use a specific vehicle to get you to whatever the goal is, right? So Richard says, make a few bucks while helping other people. Okay. But how much would change your life though, Richard? I mean, can you imagine making 5 grand a month or 10 grand a month? Cool, 5K recurring is the goal. That's a good goal, Virgil. I've spoken to people over there in the Ivory Coast, and I know over there, man, they don't make a lot of money over there, right? In essence, 500 bucks a month is really that's under poverty level here in the United States, right? So we have to have an idea too of what you're looking for. Like, what is your vision? What is your goal? 5K, 10K a month, right? So that's where you would want to start. And then my next question to you is, what would you do with it? Right? If you had that extra 5K or 10K, we talked about paying off debt, right? Mary talked about travel, right? Richard said change the world a little bit, right? But be honest with yourself. What's the dream? For me, I want to definitely pay off all my bills and then I want to start being able to do some philanthropy. I like watching those videos that you see, like That Was Epic, if you know that guy, where he goes out into the community and just gives, pays for people's meals, feeds the homeless, gives people cars. That's the kind of stuff that I want to do. That's my ultimate dream. But I want to ask you guys so we see where we stand and where we're at, right? But for me, it's the freedom life. And Virgil kind of mentioned that. And I'm grateful that I'm able to lead this freedom life. And that's just to be able to go to bed when I'm tired, wake up whenever I'm rested, and then do what I want to do when I want to do it, right? I make my schedule. I don't have to get out of bed, fight traffic, or any of that other craziness, right? That's the freedom lifestyle to me. And then the other beautiful thing about network marketing is as long as you've got an internet connection and a laptop, you can do it anywhere, right? You hear about this freedom lifestyle. You could be on the beaches, right? Celebrating with your cup of coffee, watching the sunrise go up, whatever your fancy is. I want you to envision that. What is your ideal or your perfect world? Because I'm here to tell you, you can have it. Only 3 short years ago, I was literally, well, 5 short years ago, I was completely off grid. And within 3 years, I was able to accomplish quite a bit. Found the woman of my dreams, got my dream house, my dream car, and I'm living my dream life now, right? So I'm here to tell you it can be done. But here's the current chaos, right? Like life is hectic. There's so many things that are coming at us. We lose photos, files, and sometimes we even lose our sanity because of what's going on, especially if we're involved in the media or paying attention to news and those kind of things, right? But if we want that freedom lifestyle, we have to be pretty serious. So I would ask you, on a scale of 1 to 10, how serious are you about creating the life that you want? Comment down in the chat below. How serious are you? Virgil says a 10. Cool. Virgil, you qualify. 10 plus 1. There you go. How about you, Mary, Richard, Todd? I know you guys got to be at a 10 because y'all are killing it out there. At least from what I see, y'all are doing very well. But the reason I ask this is because look, if you did not answer a 10 in your mind, thank you, Todd and Crystal, appreciate that. Definitely a 10, right? If you didn't answer a 10 in your mind, you don't qualify. Sorry to say, you don't qualify, right? Because if you answered a 9 or even an 8, that just means that you'll quit within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, if that. So you have to have a vision. You have to know exactly what you're looking for, how much you want, and what you want to do that money for. And you have to be above that 10, right? So here was an offer. And if I was to share it with you and I could say, okay, well, we have a vehicle that we could get you from A to Z, and it was only $500 one time to join, and then $200 for the whole year, would that interest you? And I would say, I, down below in the chat, or raise your hand if something like that would interest you. If something like this would be able to get you to pay off your bills, travel, help the community, do all those things, would that interest you? Right? What if it was $100 a year and it was only $10 to start? Now anybody could play at the level that fits, right? So depending on how serious you are is the level that you would end up playing at. And then you can insert whatever business it is right at this particular point in time that I'm explaining to you, right? So it's $100 a year, $10 to start. So super cheap, affordable for everybody. And here's the product that we're talking about. It's called Backup. It's something that most people, if not everybody, is using right now, only they're not getting paid to share it with other people. Why? Because it's the only company that has an affiliate program that pays its members, right? So not only that, you get to secure everything. It's got easy sharing. You got peace of mind. All the content that we're creating as network marketers or content creators, we have a place we know it's going to be backed up. I know if my computer shuts down today and I get the black screen of death or whatever it is, I know I've got peace of mind. All my stuff's right there in the cloud. I can go get it. Plus, I can access it on my phone if I'm out and about. That includes any of my important documents, photos, anything that I've got. If I want to collaborate, I can do that kind of thing as well. So, one of the things that people need to understand is that money is always made on trends. Now, I'm not telling you to go out and jump into all these different businesses. I'm saying if you're going to do something, at least do something that's going to complement what you're doing now. So there's different membership levels that you could start or try it out at. Family is one of them. This is a way that you can protect your entire family, up to six people. You get 6 terabytes of data and, up to six user accounts. Or you could go for the pro, as I mentioned. You get more advanced tools. If you have an enterprise, you can also solicit for that as well. And we get paid off of all of these different tiers. So there's 8 different ways that we get paid. Plus, if you want to do some quick math, every $500 pro account that you bring in, that's 200 bucks. Boom. Fast profit right to you, right? On top of the 8 different ways that we get paid. But I'm not going to convolute it. I'm not going to go into all these different tiers and hoops that you have to jump into. It's just a simple thing to think about, right? So here's how it works. It's real simple. You back up all your phones, your computers automatically, 6 terabytes of space, like I said, for the entire family, up to six members, secure sharing, easy access anywhere. Now, I can tell you because I know my millionaire friend Joel, and he's been trusted since 1997. They've got a building here in Texas, completely paid for. He owns the building, he owns all the equipment, all of it. It's completely secure. There's thousands of families protected. If you go out there and you look at what you're paying now, or even others, you're going to pay 30 bucks a month just for 6 terabytes. That's only for one person. So here in our house, we do 9.97 a month for six users. So I can protect my wife's and my mother's. My brother and sister, they can get their own account. But here's the trends that I was talking about. There's a data explosion that's happening. I don't know if you see it. It's right underneath your faces, especially with artificial intelligence. But there's 7 billion smartphones worldwide. And then you have content creators, like I mentioned. You got 4K and 8K video, high-res photos. Those fill up your storage fast, right? Creators and families face rising cloud costs because they have to go and upgrade and they're not even getting the best value for it. And if they go and share, they don't get paid. So people are forced to actually delete memories or keep paying for upgrades. I don't want to be that guy that, oh, I got to delete this because I got to keep this, right? Definitely not something that I want to deal with. The other trend is the work from home and creator wave, right? Ever since that beautiful CV-19 thing happened, 42% of Americans now have a side business or a remote gig. They're doing something on the side to help free them from the 9 to 5. Now you have content creators that are producing high quality video and media from home. Those files are huge, my friends. So imagine there's no competition, global audience. You can speak to anybody that's out there that has a cell phone or a computer, low cost affordability, but 42% of people have some type of remote gig. So if you don't have one, you might want to consider getting one. But I want you to picture this. Living the lifestyle that you want, right? More security, more freedom, more time, all because of one simple decision that you made today. I don't know about you, but I love being able to wake up when I'm rested, go take my little 30-second commute here into my office here in Sinton, Texas, do the work that I got to get done. then you'll typically find me in the living room playing video games and enjoying life. Can you see how this makes sense? To be able to do what you want to do. But there's work that's involved, right? This isn't like a get rich quick scheme. No such thing. So you can decide to join the movement. It's your path to freedom or not, totally up to you. If you care to protect your memories and your work that you're dealing with right now, build a side income with our proven system, all the tools that we have and stuff. There's mentoring available for you. There's tools, step-by-step plan, everything's there. You know, the vision is here. Just had to ask, do you see the vision? Uh, Network marketing beats the 9 to 5. It hands down, it does. But again, it takes work and you need somebody that's going to teach you the right way. I That's why they have me doing this presentation because I'm really good at what I do. So we leverage, earn from sharing, not just from trading our hours. It's a low risk but a high reward. There's no giant startup costs. Work from anywhere, whatever beaches you want to work from, the Ivory Coast, Canada, whatever. Doesn't matter. Right? But let's get a hold of some mentorship. Right? Let's get inside of a community that's growing. Smarter model for modern freedom seekers, that's for sure. And your future starts with one simple decision. If you can see how protecting your memories and creating freedom makes sense, this is your moment. Raise your hand if you're ready, then connect with the person who invited you. Or if you're online, you're seeing this video on a page somewhere, click the button below or go down into the um, description if you're on YouTube and click that button to get started. Beyond that, I want to welcome you to your new future. Thank you for sharing this time and this vision with us. Today could be the first step towards freedom and protecting what matters most. And we can't wait to celebrate your success, my friends. At this particular point in time, I'll stop the recording, open it up for any questions, and say thanks for stopping in. I appreciate your time. Thank you, my friends. Appreciate you popping in. Cool, Mary. Good. And she had to run internet. Good. I'm glad she got back up, bro. Appreciate you popping in, Todd. Did you like that? Oh, we're still live. Let's stop that. How do I stop the